Well, I'm stuck. I made it about 10 feet and my back tire started spinning. So this is definitely the downside of only having a two-wheel drive truck. So let's go get a shovel and we're gonna dig these mats a little further under and see if I don't have to grab a tractor. All right, let's see if we can get it. Guys, welcome back to DW Farm. So today we're back out at the farm, standing in the front field, and we got a lot to do. So I just drove up here right after work. It's about 5 o'clock, so I got 2 hours of daylight left before the sun's going down. I'll be here about 24 hours this trip. So limited time, but a lot to do. Main goal is that we're gonna be taking care of these trees. So I can't stand when the brush grows up around the bottom of them. It makes mowing impossible. It looks terrible. So since this is in our front field right by the house, I've been meaning to get this cleaned up for the past few years. So let's finally take care of it this weekend. I'm also gonna trim up these limbs. This shouldn't take too bad or take too long. But again, just make mowing easier. So we're gonna throw everything on a burn pile. Hopefully later this summer we're gonna burn it. And then my goal is that by the end of the summer, I have this entire fence row right behind me, all the way around this field, cleaned up and looking pretty. So we're eventually gonna replace this fence. So this is just step one in preparing for that. Let's get at it. All right, guys, we just finished up trimming these 4 trees. Took a lot more than I was expecting off, but that's just the way it goes. You know, I've learned you really got to think about what this tree is going to look like 5 to 10 years from now. That's why I took off this huge limb that was growing right at the bottom of this cedar tree. You know, in 10 years from now, it's gonna look like a split tree, which I really want these to just grow straight up since they're in our front property. So it's a little less damaging to the tree to take it off now compared to down the road. But let's get all of this onto a burn pile. Okay, we're making real good progress. So we got these 4 trees all finished and cleaned up. I'm hoping that tomorrow, once it dries out a little bit, I can come in here with the mower, get this entire field cleaned up. But it's 6 o'clock, I still got about an hour of daylight left, so I'm gonna take advantage of it. I wanna get at least this tree, this one, and maybe this one. It is a Thursday right before Good Friday, so it kind of depends on how I'm feeling, trimmed up tonight. So let's get at it. All right, guys, so we just finished up these 2 trees and I'm gonna call it a night. That was a heck of a workout. So I'm a strong believer that if you got a farm, you really don't need a gym membership if you're doing stuff like this. So just to recap today, we got this tree, this tree, this tree, this one, and that one all trimmed up. So got a pretty good burn pile going already, but it's only gonna get bigger tomorrow. So we'll pick it back up in the morning. Hope y'all have a great night. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. So it's kind of been a slow morning. Unfortunately, we had a bunch of rain roll in overnight, so it's soaking wet out here. Been trying to figure out what I was gonna do all day. But what we're gonna do is finally open up the front of this barn. So we have all of these old wood gates on it. This used to be our hay barn when we ran cattle out on the farm and had horses. We no longer have any livestock, so there's really no purpose for these gates. What the goal is we're gonna take down all of these trees. I've kind of started already. The ones left are leaning towards the barn. So by taking all of these gates off, we're gonna be able to get the skid steer in, be able to push these down away from the barn, and then we'll be able to drive equipment straight into the barn and be able to park it much easier. So let's start cutting. We got a full truckload. So we got all of the gates demolished. Sorry, I forgot to press record on that last one right there, but they all came out super easily, gave the reciprocating saw quite a workout. This is definitely one of those projects where now that I'm looking at it, it's like, why didn't I do this 5 years ago? But we still got a lot more work cleaning out all these barns this summer. Hoping to bring a few truckloads of gravel into this one and really clean it up, especially out in front once we get all these stumps ground. So let's go get all of this on the burn pile. We'll burn it down and then have to come back through with a magnet later this summer and collect all of these nails in it. I'm stuck. I made it about 10 feet and my back tire started spinning. So this is definitely the downside of only having a 2-wheel drive truck. So let's go get a shovel and we're gonna dig these mats a little further under and see if I don't have to grab a tractor. All right, let's see if we can get it. Not quite there. Round 2. Round 3. Round 4. My truck's like 300 yards that way. I wasn't stopping for nothing once we got going. But guys, seriously though, if you have a 2-wheel drive truck like I do, you gotta have a pair of these mud mats. They are an absolute lifesaver on days like this. I hate to be out here driving around in this mud, but I still gotta get stuff done. So it is what it is. Let's get going on the next project. All right, guys, just had lunch and it's time to get back to the tree trimming. So I only got about a few more hours until I need to hit the road. Unfortunately, it's still drizzling out here, so not gonna be able to mow this field today, but definitely want to finish these trees up that are out in the open, and hopefully next time I'm up here when it is dry, it'll be so easy to mow this field. So let's get at it. Well, I just finished cutting for the day, guys. So fortunately it stopped raining. I think I'm gonna grab the mower, see if we can knock this out real quick. These trees are looking so much better. And also we have a bit of a burn pile for this summer. So that is going to be a fun experience when it dries out in a few months. Guys, what a transformation over the past 24 hours. So here are all of these trees. Just finished mowing it. It looks just incredible. So that's probably going to be a wrap on this farm episode. I'm going to go get the mower in the barn, and then I got about a 3.5 hour drive tonight, so I'm going to take a shower and hit the road. So thanks again for joining in to DW Farms. Look forward to seeing y'all on the next episode, and if you enjoy this type of content, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank y'all.